Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hazeeq, and in this video we're finally taking a look at Polkadot. It was requested multiple times in the comments. I do see your comments. Sometimes I don't have time to respond, but I'll try to respond to all of the comments when I have the time. And we're doing Polkadot. I'm not a financial advisor, of course. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. And also feel free to check out the previous update. That's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen so that you have a bit more context. So let's jump into the daily chart with that being said. Taking a look at the daily, we have identified a channel down pattern here that we entered back in July 2023. We printed this local high in July, as you can see, and this support was also created in July. And since then, we've been going back and forth, retesting all of these levels here. We can actually bring it down a little just so we have a few more touches, but essentially this is a channel down pattern. And usually, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that channel down patterns are typically broken to the upside. So we are expecting an upside from this pattern, but that does not mean we will be breaking out immediately. There's a possibility that we're going to be retesting the lower side of the channel before eventually breaking out. So we could, technically speaking, go down below $3.60 and retest that. That's a possibility. If we throw the fib here and you take a look at our 1.618 target, it's going to be sitting at $3.81. So that's going to be a technical target in case we start losing the September low. I do have to say we've been holding this level pretty strongly as support, which is sitting at $3.98. So essentially $4 is a great buying opportunity for you. And as you can see, we are close to the top of the channel here. And the only problem is the 20 EMA on the daily. As you can see, it keeps us below it. We keep hitting our head on it. Every time we try to come up, we get rejected back down. We did have a bit of a fake out here, and then we dropped back. So what's happening here is that you're getting squeezed between this support trend line and the EMA, and you're essentially forced into a decision at some point. So let's say you keep going in the sideways channel for a few more weeks into the middle of October, then you're facing the resistance of the channel, you're facing the support at $4, and you're facing the 20 EMA. So something has to give, and usually in those situations, we kind of get some volume coming in and we have a breakout. So that is potentially something you can expect. It is also going to be a potential swing trade for us. So you could be looking at $4.36 for an exit. If you're just looking to enter an exit for a short to mid-term trade, that is a possibility. But I'm holding long term. I'm staking my coins on the Nova wallet. I'm not looking to make some, to make a few bucks with this huge asset that I think is going to be doing really well during the bull market. So if we switch over to the weekly chart, we can take a look at a more long-term picture. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon, because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. So jumping into the weekly, you can see that we are looking at some sort of a falling wedge pattern here. We have a few back tests of support and resistance. So these are valid trend lines, and we are also very close to the apex of the pattern. And once again, you're close to the apex. There's some sort of a move that's going to be coming. Now, whether it's to the upside or to the downside, no one knows, but a falling wedge pattern is usually a bullish reversal pattern. So there's a 75% chance for a breakout. And with this breakout, it could take us into January, and we could, ride this wave up until we get to this pink resistance trend line. Now, this resistance trend line has been holding us down since August 2022, and that is going to be your major trend line, your major resistance to break through. And if we eventually do that and we have some volume coming in confirming the breakout, that's going to be the first big step getting into the bull market. Now after that, what we need to do is we need to start breaking the 55 EMA, and then we need to start getting back to the August high. Now once the August high is broken and we are back testing it as support, that will be my confirmation of this bottom. So at that point, we're going to say that $4 here was the bear market bottom, and we're not going to be coming back to it 90% sure, because if you're pumping to the upside, obviously you're breaking resistance levels, you have more targets to the upside. When you're dumping like this, you have more targets to the downside. So for now, if we start dumping and we have lost the December 2022 low, our technical target right now is sitting at $3.10 based on this fractal, based on this Fibonacci retracement, with the high set in February and the low set in December 2022. So we lost $4.34, and we can essentially continue with this move, getting all the way down to $3. Now I don't know if that's going to be happening. Obviously you can set up some buy limit orders in advance just in case it does, but the minimal target here is going to be at $3.74, which is the 1.272 fib. Now ignore this large wick. This is some sort of a scam wick on CoinMarketCap. I'm not sure why that is there. It's so annoying. It messes up the chart a bit, but yeah, that's what we have. And once we can actually, establish a bear market bottom and we break above the August 2022 high, then we can set up a Fibonacci retracement and see what our targets to the upside are going to be during the next bull market. So obviously these were with the previous fib that we set up. So we actually need a proper bottom to set up some targets to the upside. Until we do that, you can accumulate, feel free to fill up your bags, stake, and learn. That's what you should be doing in a bear market, not hoping to make a quick buck here and there, but trying to set up a nice portfolio, set up some good coins with good entry points. And Polkadot is definitely sitting at a very good entry point. This is essentially as low as we were back in October 2020, 3 years ago. And the last bull market took us up to $55 essentially. So from where we are right now back to $55, that's a 1,250%. But keep in mind, the market cap will not be the same because there are more coins in circulation now. It's going to take more money for us to get back to those all-time high prices. But with Polkadot 2.0, if everything goes well, and if the merge with Energy Web goes incredibly well, we could see Polkadot absolutely soar, because the way they're planning to set up Polkadot 2.0, or they're still not planning, but this is a proposal that's going to be put out, there's going to be a lot of demand for the Polkadot coin, and that will definitely drive the price up. So let's hope that's the way things play out. If we jump into the weekly RSI, you can take a look at this and let's see if there are any divergences. Not that I can see at the moment. We are in this large pattern here. You can see we're getting closer to the apex by the week, and if we continue going sideways like this, we potentially dip down to 30 on the index. You're going to be finding yourself in the apex here, and some sort of a breakout is going to be happening. You are going to be getting back up there at some point. The question is when, and are you ready to take profits when that happens? Because I can tell you a lot of people did not take profits here, nor did they take profits back in October 2021. Now here on this channel, we're not planning to make that same mistake. We're actually setting up exit strategies for all the coins that I hold in my portfolio. Those can be found in my Patreon, so feel free to check it out. And as you can see, we did briefly lose this support trend line here, support block, and we're trying to come back into it, and hopefully we're going to hold 36 on the index. If we start dropping, there's another support level you can look at, which is sitting at 33.5, and we've retested this level on numerous occasions in 2022, and we almost had a perfect back test here in September last month. And Obviously that did not happen, but this still was a great entry point. And keep in mind, this resistance could still reject us. If we have some sort of a relief rally, we might run into it and then have another pullback. So don't get too bullish unless we actually break out. We have the price action chart showing us a proper breakout with volume coming in, because if there's no volume, the breakout is probably going to be a fake out and it will drop back into the pattern. So that's pretty much it for Polkadot. Let me know if you're buying in at these prices. What are your targets for the bull market? And let me know if you're excited for Polkadot 2.0. What do you think of that? Do you think, an update like that is required, or do you like the current parachain system that they have got going on? Thank you all for watching. Stay safe and have a great day.